Hi, I'm Kenny Joya. Welcome to another one of my tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to comp vocals using tracks instead of takes. Now the purpose of this video is for people who don't like the take system. I personally prefer the take system in Reaper, but if you don't and you want to use tracks instead, I made this video just for you. So we'll start off with one track that's going to be our main vocal track. We'll set up our input, our monitoring mode, and we'll add any effects or effect sends on this track. Get it set up, ready to record. We'll name it vocal. Then we're going to make more tracks, which will serve as playlists, but in Reaper, they're basically tracks. So we'll go to Insert right here, Insert Multiple Tracks, and then we'll choose how many playlists we're going to record. Now we could always add more later, but for now, I'm going to choose 3. I'll name it vocal, and the benefit of doing it this way, it makes 3 new tracks named vocal 1, 2, and 3. So those are our playlists. So now we'll take our first track named vocal and make it a folder by clicking right here. So now these 3 tracks are flowing into this one. So if I go into record on this one instead, testing 1, 2, 3. When I play it back, testing 1, 2, 3, it comes through this folder. So this is where we're going to get our level for playback as we're recording our vocals, and we're going to record them to each one of these as separate passes. So let's delete this and start over. I'm just going to record myself counting. Obviously for you, you'd be recording vocals or anything you want to comp, guitars, piano. So once again, we're getting our level right here and putting our effects and any plugins just on this track. We're just going to record to these, the child tracks. So now I'll record myself counting. 1, 2, 3. Now if we want to do another pass at it, we'll just mute this track, go into record on the next track, and do the same thing. Let's start a little earlier so you can see how it doesn't matter where we start, as opposed to takes. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do one more. Let's start over here. 1, 2, 3. So now we have 3 passes at our vocal. Now if we listen back to all of them, with them not muted, we're going to hear all of them. 1, 2, 3. Which we don't want. We want to hear one at a time. Now we could turn them off on the track, but I find it easier to turn them off by their item. And we could do this a few different ways. You could set up a keystroke to mute the items, or we could just do it with the button. If we go to our preferences and go down here to appearance and media, over here are a bunch of media item buttons. By default, we're going to get a button if it's muted, but not if it's not muted. So we'll just turn this on here. And now we see a button next to each item for muting. So now we can just select them all, hit that button, and they're all muted. So now we're not going to hear it. So now we want to comp them or compile or keep a take, just unmute the one you want to hear and listen to that one. 1, 2, 3. Now let's say we're just listening to get a keeper for the first word. Let's go through each one of them quickly. 1. Go to the second one. 1. And the third one. 1. Let's say we like the third one. I would just click in the spot right after it, select them all, and you'll see why in a second, and then hit S to split them all. Then just unmute this one, select it, and drag it up to this spot. Now I'd recommend for this using the locking feature. Go right up here, right click, and we can enable it over here and choose Items Prevent Left-Right Movement. And we choose that, if we move this left and right, it doesn't go out of time. So it makes it easier for moving items to different tracks. So I'll grab the third track, our keeper, and bring it up here. And let's mute these two. Now we have our keeper. 1. And by doing it this way, we can now hear our vocals in context. In other words, when we're comping our second line, we're going to go to this one. We want to hear just this one. But we want to hear it coming from our keeper, so we can make sure it flows correctly. 1, 2, 3. Then go through each one and find a good 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And let's say this time we like number 2. Again, we'll just click right here, select all 3 of them, split them, and now all 3 of them are split. We can grab the one we want, bring it up to here, and now we have 2 keeper lines. 1, 2, and we're just hearing these 2. And we could go through the whole song doing just that. Let's find a good third line. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to track 2. 1, 2, 3. And finally track 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's say like number 1. We'll just bring this up to here, and we're good. Now if you notice, I'm actually removing them from the original place. If you prefer to copy it instead, you can just hold down a keystroke. On the PC it's Control, on the Mac it's Command, and bring it up that way. And that keeps it in both places. And then we'll just mute it here. But I prefer to just move it. This way it makes it easier later on to see which track it came from. Although we do see the numbers over here. Vocal 3, vocal 2, and vocal 1. But if later on I want to comp a double vocal, it makes it easier to see which tracks I actually used. But you can copy them instead of cutting them. So now we're happy with this. We probably want to fix our punches by trimming this over. If crossfading is turned on, let's just do that. Hold down Shift to fix our punch, like that. Now we have a keeper vocal. And we're just going to hear this one. 1, 2, 3. And now for organizing purposes, we could do a few different things. We could mute these tracks so they don't take up any processing power. We could also right-click to lock the controls so we don't accidentally touch these and move them. We could also make them smaller because they're children in folder tracks. Just go up here to the triangle, make them nice and small, and we could work that way. Or my preferred way is to select them all, go to the track manager, and just hide them right here. And we could lock them from here or mute them from here. But we should definitely mute and lock them when they're hidden. So now I can close this, and all we see is our keeper track. 1, 2, 3. And if later on we want to recomp it, or comp a double or a triple, go back to the track manager, select them all, unlock them, unmute them, and show them. Now you can go back to comping them. Maybe mute this one and see if this one's better. 1, 1, or this one, 1. Like this one better. Just put this one back where it came from and use this one instead. Now this is our comp. 1, 2, 3. Simple as that. Now again, this is just another way of comping vocals if you don't want to use the take system. But it's a good idea to try out both and see which method you prefer. So anyway, that's how you comp vocals or anything you want to comp based on tracks in Reaper. I hope you learned something, hope you can use it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.